Hi, I'm Leo Campbell and I'm part of the centre as a PPI, which means that I'm an external person. I'm not a scientist or academic, and my input is meant to be on the basis that I have outside experience and bringing it into the centre. And I'm a PPI lead, and in many ways you could think of me like a non-exec director of the centre. The reason I became involved in asthma is because 15 years ago my daughter died very unexpectedly from asthma, and I understand the impact of that on individuals, families, and in fact whole communities as well. And at the time I decided that if there was anything that I, or indeed the rest of my family, could do to help any other person in a similar situation, or I could use any resources I had to help make things better, then I would. I have quite a varied role within PPI because I sit on the Central Management Committee and input at that level, but at the more general PPI level, it's getting involved in it's much more interesting than people think, perhaps, because we get to look at applications for funding, and the people applying are obliged to write effectively a lay summary, something in simple language that people like me and the rest of the team can understand, and we give feedback on that basis, and we count for a lot. Our point of view is very important in terms of whether it can go forward to funding or not, and I know from direct and indirect experience that the PPI team help shape the work that goes forward in a way that probably most people wouldn't expect. Obviously, the sense of being part of something important is immensely satisfying. I honestly think that people have no idea how accessible it is to be involved in PPI when you don't have to be a scientist or researcher. And the rewards you can get, because it's not a full-time job, it's just occasional work that you dip in and out of, I think it is incredibly fulfilling for so many people. And I think the biggest problem with PPI is that people don't understand it. And one of the problems around that is because I suspect that it's not been taken as seriously as it should have been. Our particular centre takes it incredibly seriously, which is why I believe we're certainly one of probably the leading PPIs in the UK. We're able to extol the virtues of it, and with any luck it gets a ball rolling. But I would say to anybody out there who is interested in participating that it's much easier than you think, and it's much more rewarding than you think. Well, I think it's like any industry, that you can actually become quite isolated when you are focused on one thing. So the importance of an outside perspective is really vital, and so the work that we do as a PPI team, by helping shape the research, and we do often can have a huge impact externally. So an insight that we bring, or a way that we get something to be expressed differently, gets magnified by the time it turns into research. And in our view, everything we do is about positive impact. That's our role, to ensure that it's all about positive impact, because the centre is about applied research, and it's from the patient's perspective that is important, and that's what we do.